Shri Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all for our level 2 Bhagavad Gita as it is course. And today we are reading chapter 4 and we'll almost try to complete chapter 4 today. And these courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Ramanishna Prabhu. And these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So we'll do a quick recap of what we did yesterday, and then we'll move from there. So today we are seeing Gnana Yoga. So first thing, Gnana Yoga means knowledge, right? Yoga of knowledge. So all these teachings are based on His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So we saw the summary of third chapter. Arjuna says to tell one thing, Krishna Ekam Vada, whether I should fight or not fight, tell me one thing. And then he talks about Nishkama Karma Yoga. And then Krishna talks about from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. And Krishna says, Yadya Acharati Shrestha. So whatever the leader does, the common people follow. So please do your duty, Arjuna. And then we saw the greatest enemy, that's lust. Right? In this chapter, we already saw some sections. We saw knowledge about Krishna as transcendental, right? So we saw the difference between Krishna and the living entity, and we saw the difference between Krishna and the demigods also. We'll see that in a minute. And then Krishna, how Krishna is a goal for everything. For any path that they take, Krishna is the goal. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why he's the goal. And then about Karma Yoga, sacrifices. These three sections we'll see today. But the sacrifices that led to transcendental knowledge, and then summary of the transcendental knowledge. That is Gnana Yoga. So first, Krishna starts about how Krishna is the supreme, right? Now, if Krishna just spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, what about the people who were before? So Krishna is giving this knowledge that it's not the first time that Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita. Krishna already spoke Bhagavad Gita some millions of years ago to who? To Vivaswan. He's the sun god, and then from Vivaswan, Vivaswan, he gave this knowledge to Manu, who is the father of mankind, and from Manu it's descended to Ikshvaku, who is Raja Rishi, right? He's saintly king, not like our politicians now. He's very saintly person. And then Evam Parampara Praptam. So like that. Through Parampara, this knowledge has been descended. And we saw from Krishna all the way to Srila Prabhupada, we got this knowledge, right? And then we are receiving this knowledge now. So the same knowledge through Parampara we are getting. So this was a Parampara. So from here, we have our spiritual masters and our spiritual masters. So we're all the grand disciples of Srila Prabhupada, our great grand disciples, the grand disciples. And we saw the life of Brahma. I said I'll ask one question for this, right? What is the time span of 1 second of Brahma? Does anyone remember? Priya Mataji?
1 lakh years.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna. So it's 1 lakh years. So how many times we'll take birth and die if we have 100 years in our hand? We think that we have 100 years. So every lifetime when we take we have 100 years. I assume that, and how many lifetimes we take in Brahma's 1 second? Just 1 second means it's a blink, right? Isn't it? It's 1 second. If I blink, it's 1 second, right? So in just blink time, it's just a blink of Brahma. So how many times we take birth and die? Who will tell? Tanya, you want to tell? Ujjat?
What?
Tanya?
What am,
Yes.
what am I telling?
Uh, the Sorry, what did you say?
What am I telling?
I was asking that Priya Mataji told in 1 second, 1 second is equal to 1 lakh years for us, right? 1 second of Brahma, right? So in 1 second of Brahma, how many times will take birth and die?
Um,
If we have 100 years in our hand,
How many years is a second?
1 lakh years.
1,000?
Is it
1,000?
1,000? Yes, yes, right. I was assuming 100. No, it's 1,000 years. Like 1,000 times we take birth and die. Absolutely. Thank you, Tanya. So these were all. Now our Brahma, he finished 50 years. Finished 50 years. Now he's in 51st year. And then we'll have all these stories in Srimad Bhagavatam also. At the time of 50 years, Brahma will go into Karma Daksha Vishnu and Brahma forgets everything and then Brahma meditates. It's a very nice story. So in 1 second of Brahma, we have 1 lakh, 100,000 or 1 lakh years. And so 1,000 times, my goodness, 1,000 times we take birth and die in just a blink, right? In just a blink of just a blink for Brahma. So that is our position. Actually, it makes us very humble, isn't it? It really makes us very humble. So, so this knowledge was spoken to Vivaswan, and then Vivaswan told it to by accepting that before the birth of Manu, the Gita was spoken by the Lord to his disciple, the son God Vivaswan. So even Manu and we all were not even born when when Vivaswan heard it from Krishna, right? When Manu born only we all Manushas, all the mankind takes birth from him. He will create all of us. So before the Manu's birth only this knowledge was spoken. So there is no doubt that whether it's new or it's just 500 years ago, what about the other people? No need of all such doubts. It's actually spoken before the humans were even there on the planet. So this Gita came on the earth millions of years ago. So it's the oldest one. So why again Krishna is telling to Arjuna? One point is that Arjuna is a devotee of Krishna and is the friend of Krishna and he won't envy Krishna and he knows that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Krishna tells this knowledge only to his devotees. And who does not accept Krishna, it doesn't matter for them, isn't it? So Krishna is mainly bothered. And he comes for only devotees. He doesn't come for any other things. He comes only for his devotees. Krishna has no other business other than his devotees. Actually, that's the greatness between Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Krishna has no business with any of the non-devotees. Krishna just comes to protect his devotees. So if we are in the devotees party, Krishna will protect us. Prabhupada says Jaya Radha Madhava song. In Jaya Radha Madhava song, uh, that is Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. So in this song, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava. Madhava is Krishna, who is there with Radharani, who is Radharani, and who Kunja Bihari, who lives in Kunja. Kunja means Vrindavan, who lives in Vrindavan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha. He's very dear to all the gopis, all the Brajavasis. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradharan, who lifted the Govardhan hill, where Govardhan is there. Govardhan is the great devotee of Krishna. Girivaradhari, Yashoda Nandana. He is son of Yashoda. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjanan. And he's there. He always gives so much joy and happiness to the Vrajavasis. Yamuna Tira Vanachari, who walks at the banks of Yamuna. So whole Vrindavan is there in the shloka. And Prabhupada says, what is our goal? Our goal is to become one of the Vrajavasis, right? If we become one of the Vrajavasis, then Krishna will protect us by lifting a hill, right? Why Krishna lifted the hill? He lifted the hill to protect the Vrajavasis. When Indra was pouring rain torrently on Vrindavan Vasis, then Krishna has to lift a hill, right? The Govardhan hill is such a huge hill, and Krishna has to lift the hill to save the Vrajavasis. So this Krishna consciousness movement, this Hare Krishna movement, this Krishna consciousness movement is to make people to make people Vrajavasis, right? To make people one of the Gopijana. So if we become Gopijana, then Krishna will protect us by even lifting a mountain. Krishna can do anything because he's supreme personality of Godhead. We just has to be as one of the Brajajana. If we are not that, then we should take care of ourselves. But if we become one of the Brajavasi, if we become one of the Gopijanas, then Krishna will protect by any means, at any cost. Rest assured, because they're completely surrendered to Krishna. So we need to get this surrender. We need to get this intense surrender to Krishna, that only Krishna can protect me. There are 6. Okay, that's too much, I think. We'll stop here. We'll continue later, some other time. And then how does Krishna appear? So Krishna appeared in his own transcendental body. Krishna doesn't appear like all of us. First, Krishna, he entered into the heart of Vasudeva. And then from Vasudeva, he's transferred to the heart of Mother Devaki. And from Mother Devaki's heart, he's transferred into the womb, and then he comes out. And when he comes out, he doesn't come out like all of us. He comes as a baby, and then he immediately takes 400 form. And then Mother Yashoda, Mother Devaki, she prays to Krishna to become a baby boy. And then Krishna again becomes a baby boy. And then later the story continues that Vasudeva will take Krishna to Nanda Baba, and the story continues. So that's how Krishna appeared. This is just a gist. There is so much we have to just study about Krishna's appearance. There are many books. Garga Samhita, the birth and appearance of Krishna Chandra. It's a lot. It's a lot. So we have to progress slowly and steadily. We have this whole lifetime. It's just for learning, studying. We have no other business. Our business is to just know about Krishna. If you know Krishna's Janma and Karma, right? If you know Krishna's Janma and Karma, we won't take this birth again. We won't take this material body again. Krishna says, Janma Karma cha Divyam evam yoveti tatvataha tektva deham punarjanma naitimameti soarjuna. Whoever knows about Krishna's Janma and activities, Karma, then they won't, after leaving this body, they won't take the next body again, as in this material body. They'll come to my abode, O Arjuna. So that's our goal, to become one of the Vrajavasis, to become one of the Gopijanas, right? So Krishna appears whenever there is a decline in the religious practice and the predominant or rise of religion, then he descends himself. That's to protect his devotees only. That's the internal reason. External reason, there may be many things. Like to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants and to re-establish dharma. So I appear myself. I myself appear millennium after millennium. So we saw the difference between us and Krishna. Krishna doesn't change bodies. We change bodies. Krishna's body is permanent. Our body is temporary. There is no difference between Krishna's body and soul. But we have a difference between the body and soul. And Krishna is a controller of Maya, and we are controlled by Maya. And what happens when we know Krishna? This is one of my favorite shlokas. Knowing Krishna's Janma and Karma. Even to get there also, we need so much qualification actually. Not very easy. Progressively, we have to go. So, ye thamam prapadyante. So, how much ever we surrender, that much Krishna reciprocate. So, if I'm thinking still I can do something, I have to work, I have to do this, I have this I consciousness, my consciousness, mind consciousness, me and mind. If we have this consciousness, the more and more, then we are far away from Krishna. Rest assured, it takes long time for us to go to Krishna. the more we develop this service attitude, right? To serve Krishna, to serve Krishna's devotees, the more we become closer to Krishna. If you are thinking that if you are getting some job or something, that's not Krishna's mercy actually, right? If something that we are getting some materially, if you are getting something materially also, that's still fine. That should help us to progress spiritually. If something that's stopping us, that's restricting our spiritual progress, then we have to really check whether we have to take it or not. This human life is for tapasya, right? Tapa. This human life, we finished many lifetimes as cats, dogs, many things, like many animals. It's gone. But we got this human form. This is very rare. This getting this human form is only very rare. And this human form is meant for tapasya. And what tapasya? To know about Krishna. Not Krishna doesn't expect so much also. While doing anything for Krishna, it's susukam kartum avyayam. Matchitta matgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantaschama nityam tushyam ticharamam ticha. Actually, we enjoy when we talk about Krishna because we are part and parcel of Krishna, right? Who are we? We are all part and parcel of Krishna. So when we talk about our father or the part, we are the part and Krishna is the whole. Then what happens? We enjoy doing it. It's a rhythm of nature. It's not that we are something we are superimposing on ourselves. Actually, that's there in our nature. Actually, we are awakening it. We are telling that we are not this body, we are the soul. We serve so many so-called masters in this world. But we have to serve the real master. Who is the real master? Krishna is a real master. And after getting to him, there's no point of turning back because Krishna will maintain in such a nice way that we won't wish to even go to some other so-called masters, right? E athamam prapadyante. So if people who want the quick results, then they go to demigods. But Krishna says it is avidhi bhurvakam, not according to the scriptures. But still, it's still better than not giving anything. Offering something to the demigods, it's still better than I did all the work, so why I should give to the demigods? I will only eat. So I work so hard, so I will only get the money and I will only eat. If we have this consciousness, this is actually animal consciousness, right? This is completely animal consciousness. We'll see that today why we have to sacrifice or why we have to offer. We'll see that. Already we saw it, but we will again see it. In this again, it's specifically told. Now here we have the difference between the demigods and Krishna also. So demigods there are many, but Krishna is only one. And demigods are also like all of us, but because they have more good karma, so they got that post. We don't have that much good karma, so we are in this material world. And they are also in the material world only. We are in the lower planetary systems. They are a little higher in the higher planetary systems. And they also worship Supreme and they're obedient servants. And Krishna is supreme worshipable. Everyone worships Krishna. Krishna, they're all created by Krishna. And Krishna is supreme creator. Sarva Karana Karanam, the cause of all causes. And exists within material nature. Krishna is beyond the material creation. Like we all are in this material nature. Everyone has to take birth, death, old age, and disease. Everyone has to go through these whole problems, right? And there are different grades according to their position, as I was telling. And Krishna is supreme controller. Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasa, right? And he's subordinate to the will of Supreme. And Krishna is supremely independent. Swarat, Krishna can do anything. If Krishna, there is never a point that Krishna will tell. Now we hear this often from the people, right? If we need anything, oh, I tried my best, but I could not help you. We hear all this. I'm so sorry. I thought I could have helped you, but I couldn't. But we will never hear this from Krishna. Oh, I tried, but I missed it. Krishna will never tell us. Krishna can do anything. Right? Krishna is a controller of anything. Krishna can never tell, oh, I tried my best, but I'm sorry. This will never come from Krishna. Any so-called person in this material world, they cannot do much. But Krishna, he can do everything and anything. Krishna will never tell. If Krishna say actually in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita it says that Mare Krishna Rake Krishna Mare Ke. If Krishna has to save someone, Krishna wants to save someone, no one can kill him. If Krishna wants to kill someone, no one can save that person. It's rest assured. Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake. Because Krishna is supremely independent. His Swaraj, his position is unparalleled, right? And and they're influenced by the three modes, that is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. But Krishna is the controller of the three modes. Actually, the three modes are under the control of Krishna. Krishna will never come in touch of these three modes and will never be influenced by these three modes. It's not possible. And these are all the temporary posts. As I was telling, in one day of Brahma, 14 times the government changes. Like how, for us, every 5 years the government changes. Like that, the universal government, it changes 14 times in one day of Brahma. And Krishna is eternally the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No change. His position, we cannot take Krishna's position. We cannot take Yashoda Madhav's position. We cannot take Radharani's position. Their positions are always fixed. They're the topmost persons. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one can take his position. No, we can never become Krishna. It's never possible. It's not at all possible. All these foolish notions, I can become God, you can become God, everyone can become God. How can we all become God? It's impossible. Okay. Then Krishna says that he gave these 4 varnas. Chaturvarnyam maya shishtam guna karma vibhagashaka. Tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. So Krishna has created these 4 varnas for us, as 4 social orders, so that we can elevate in our spiritual life. It's not Krishna created, mainly Krishna is Go Brahman Hitacha. He's a protector of Brahmanas, because Brahmanas means they protect the spiritual culture. The Brahmanas are there to protect the spiritual culture. And Brahmanas have no other business. Their business is to just teach spirituality, to teach about the soul. Atma Gnan. That's the role of Brahmanas. And all the other, if just Brahmana is there as a head of some society, then the whole society is peaceful, because they know that they're not this body. They should not do so much for this body. So all this really helps. Right? We ended that yesterday till there. So we'll continue here from here today. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha iti mamyo abhijanati karma bin nasabhadyate. Vihan, you want to read the translation?
What, Mataji?
Translation, please.
There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for fruits of actions. One who understands the truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive relations of work.
Thank you. So, so Krishna is telling, there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So Krishna, as I was telling, who are we? We are all body or soul. Soham, who are we, Soham?
We're the soul. I mean, we're the soul.
Yes, we are the soul. What's the size of the soul?
You take your hair, you cut it into 10,000 of a piece. That's how.
Yes. Yes, Soham. Thank you. So that is us. Then who is Krishna, Soham? Where is Krishna? Who is Krishna? What is he called? Who is residing in our heart?
Krishna's.
Krishna is residing in our heart as what?
As a soul.
We are soul. Who is Krishna?
Super soul.
Super soul. Yes. You know the technical term in Sanskrit? We are Atma. Krishna is? Krishna is Param Atma, right? Param Atma means supreme, super soul. Is Param Atma. Param Atma means super soul. We are Atma, but Krishna is Param Atma. So Krishna and Krishna has nothing to do with this body's activities, right? That's what Krishna is telling. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Now Krishna is talking about himself as a super soul, as Paramatma. So he's seated Now my soul is there in my body. Vihan's soul is there in Vihan's body. Udyat's soul is there in Udyat's body. But Paramatma is there in all of our bodies. The same Paramatma, isn't it? Now the same Paramatma, whoever there is in our body, the same Paramatma is there in the cat body, is there in the dog body, is there in the insect body, is there in the microorganism body also. The same Paramatma. So the same Paramatma, even though he's in different bodies, he's hardly affected by any of those things, right? Any of the work will not affect Paramatma. And we'll see what are the quality, what does he do is sitting inside the heart. We'll see that in the 13th chapter. What actually the Paramatma does, being in the heart of each living entity. What is he doing? Right? We'll see that. One who understands this truth about me also One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So when we know this, that this body is a temple, right? Because we have Paramatma, Krishna sitting in our heart, and Krishna is watching. He's seeing everything what we are doing. If no one are saying, it doesn't matter, but Krishna is saying, right? So does anyone know this story here? Let's have some story time. Does anyone know this story? Who is this Brahmana here? I gave the hint, he's a Brahmana. Yes, Udyat and Vihan.
I think it's Udama.
Sudama, yes, Hari Bol, he's Sudama Brahmana. So do you want to tell the story, Udyat?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So there was a poor Brahmana named Sudama, and
Yes,
he didn't have that much money. So
yes,
then his wife told him to go meet Krishna. So then he
yes,
brought the chipped rice that he had, and then he went to Dwarka, and then he
yes,
met Krishna there. But then
yes.
the guards did not let him enter. But then Krishna ran to him and got him. And then after that, Krishna took him inside and then cleaned his feet and then ate the chipped rice.
Yes. So and then what Rukmini Devi she never saw Sudama, right? Because Rukmini Devi was a queen of Krishna, so she never saw Sudama before. Actually, she was surprised why Krishna is doing all this. And then when Krishna was eating cheap rice, what did Rukmini Devi do? She dragged the cheap rice because for Krishna eating each morsel of cheap rice, there were so many palaces that were coming, that were just establishing in Sudama's house, and Sudama didn't go for he didn't go for any money also. That was not his intention. He went to meet Krishna only, but Krishna knows he's Antaryami. He's the Paramatma, right? He knows everything. So, but he went to meet his friend. He went with an intention to see Krishna, right? Who doesn't want to see Krishna? Anyone doesn't want to see Krishna here? Everyone wants to see Krishna. Isn't it? Krishna is so beautiful. And Krishna by name, it is all attractive. Krishna is all attractive, right? So Sudama goes to see Krishna, and then Krishna, just seeing Krishna, Sudama is fully satisfied. He'll be so ecstatic. It's the emotion is unimaginable and uncomparable. And then Krishna takes, as Udit told, Krishna takes Sudama to his palace, and he will wash his feet, and he'll take his water and he'll sprinkle on his own head. Krishna will sprinkle on his own head. And Rukmini Devi will be bewildered actually. What is Krishna doing? And then later she understands that he's friend of Krishna. And then that's how the pastime. Krishna will remember any small thing. Any small thing that we do, Krishna remember. Krishna had so much gratitude. Not like any so-called people. Okay? So we'll continue here. Does anyone know this story in this one? Why Krishna is running towards Bhishma Dev? Does anyone know this story? I like this story so much. Wherever I get this story, I won't miss the chance to narrate this. Does anyone remember? We talked this last time, I think, in level 1 also. Okay. So I'll tell it because I love this story so much. So what happened? Duryodhan one day, Duryodhan, when he'll go to Bhishma, he will tell that maybe Bhishma Pitamaha, you're not doing you're still having some affection towards Pandavas. I think that's why you're not fighting so strongly as how you were fighting. If you would have fought, then already the Pandavas would have been dead. So you're not. So he accuses Bhishma Pitamaha. And then when the Bhishma hears this, Bhishma gives he tells that he gives pratigna, Bhishma pratigna, right? He takes an oath that I'll kill tomorrow all the Pandavas. I'll kill Arjuna. When he says I'll kill Arjuna, or I'll make Krishna to take up a weapon. Krishna took a oath that he won't take up a weapon in this battlefield. He'll just be there as a chariot driver of Arjuna. That was Krishna's promise. So what Bhishma Dev will promise Duryodhana? He'll promise Duryodhana that whether I'll kill Arjuna tomorrow. I'll definitely kill Arjuna tomorrow. If not, I'll make Krishna to take up weapon. So this was the situation. So then next day the war started and it's going good. And then at a point, Bhishma Pitamaha starts throwing arrows, shooting arrows at Arjuna. So much fiercely that Arjuna is not able to tolerate because Bhishma is a grandsire of Kuru dynasty, isn't it? So it was really hard for Arjuna to counteract Bhishma. It was really hard for him. So he was trying as much as he can, but he was not able to. And then Krishna was the chariot driver, right? So he was in the front and Arjuna was in the back. When he turned back and saw Arjuna was about to die. Then Krishna, his Bhakta Vatsala, was not able to tolerate it. He just got down of the chariot, he took the wheel of the chariot and he rushed towards Bhishma. And actually, here we see here, do you all see here? Here actually Arjuna is holding Krishna to stop. Because Krishna took that oath that he should not take up a weapon. And Arjuna, actually it's told that Arjuna went to this till neck inside the earth to hold Krishna. Krishna was going with such a force that Arjuna was not able to control, and Krishna dragged Arjuna through some miles, and then still Arjuna was there inside the soil till the neck. And then Krishna stopped, and then Bhishma Dev will write this at the end when Bhishma Dev is on the bed of arrows. He sings this song that you Krishna who came running towards me to fulfill the wish of your devotees. Krishna even bothers about his own promise if something happens to his own devotees. So that's why Krishna says to Arjuna, you declare Arjuna that my devotees will never perish. If someone takes the shelter of Krishna promised that if Krishna will leave his promise to fulfill his devotee's promise. Right? And actually Bhishma Pitamaha is also the devotee of Krishna. So Krishna actually fulfilled Bhishma Pitamaha's promise also. Bhishma Pitamaha told that he will kill Arjuna or he'll make Krishna to take up weapon. Actually Krishna doesn't need to take up weapon to kill Bhishma or to rush towards Bhishma. But to fulfill the promise of Bhishma to Duryodhana, Krishna took up the weapon. So how merciful is Krishna? Krishna is so merciful. And see here, poor Arjuna, he's trying so hard to stop Krishna. He tried a lot to stop Krishna to the extent that he can. Right? And who takes the job of a chariot driver? Does anyone like to be an Uber driver here? No, right? Who wants to be an Uber driver? No one wants to be. Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's taking up a role of a charioteer, right? To just sit. Now Arjuna will tell Krishna, go and put the chariot in the middle of the armies. Then Krishna is going and putting in the middle. So whatever Arjuna is telling, Krishna is doing as just as a driver, as a charioteer. And that's the position of Krishna. Krishna puts his devotees above him. Everyone wants to become Krishna, everyone wants to become God, but our Krishna consciousness movement, it gives us an opportunity to become greater than God, where God will listen to your words, right? To become above the God. Actually, there is this position above Krishna. That is the devotee's position. Krishna always wants his devotees to be glorified. Krishna can do everything and anything. Actually, Krishna only will do anything and everything, but still he'll give the credit. Now, before the war starts in the universal form, Arjuna is seeing all the people coming into the mouth of Krishna. And then is that Arjuna fighting? No, Arjuna is not fighting. Still, Krishna wants to give credit to Arjuna. Like Krishna says, fight Arjuna. You are not doing anything. You just he says, Karish. He says that. What is that? Uh, I forgot the term. Does anyone remember the term that Krishna uses? Savya Sachin. Nimitta Matram. Nimitta Matram Bhava Savya Sachin. Even though you're Savya Sachi, you're just Nimitta Matram. Just do what I'm telling. Nimitta Matram means it's completely dependent on me, what you're supposed to do also. You just do. You just do. Uh, you just do what I have told you. That's it. And we are also just doing that. We can just do what Krishna wants us to do. That's really wonderful. It's actually wonderful. And and Krishna is there here in this picture with the Balaram. Balaram is the brother, big brother of Krishna. And there are so many Gopa boys. They're just doing this in the Vrindavan. They won't go to school, they won't go to college, they won't struggle like us, they won't go to offices, they won't do any of those things. They just wake up and Yashoda Maya will feed Krishna and Krishna will go take the calves and he'll go to Vrindavan, he'll make the calves to eat there, grazing. And then he'll get a carrier from Yashoda Maya, he'll take a carrier and he'll go there. He'll eat with all his friends. And then in the evening he'll come back, and the whole Vrindavan will be waiting for Krishna. The whole Vrajavasis, they'll be waiting for Krishna in the evening to see Krishna. So that's it. That's how Krishna's life is in Vrindavan. Simple. And actually, it's not like the material world. It's completely different. It's Chintamani. It's in spiritual world in Goloka Vrindavan. The whole Vrindavan is made of Chintamani jewels. Chintamani is called as touchstone, right? Touchstone means now diamond, right? We know diamond, but touchstone means if you use that diamond to touch anything, if I use the touchstone, the Chintamani, to touch some stone in this material world, that becomes diamond. So that Chintamani jewel, it has a capacity to make normal stones into diamonds. So this whole the Vrindavan, the Goloka Vrindavan, it's all made of touchstone. Chintamani prakarasatma sukalpa vriksha लक्षावृथेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So all Brahma Samhita is very beautiful. He describes about the Vrindavan. It's Chintamani jewels. It's just bedecked with Chintamani jewels everywhere. And mainly Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is personally there in that planet. Okay. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वां पूर्वातरं कृतम्. Priya Mataji, want to read the translation, please?
Okay. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna is telling, it's not that only we are going to listen Krishna. No one heard in the past. Everyone, whoever heard about Krishna, they're not in this planet. They went back to the spiritual world. All the liberated souls. Liberation means what? Moksha means what? Moksha means to come out of this cycle of birth and death. No more birth. If no more birth, then no more death, no more disease, no more old age. No more birth, no more this cycle of repeated birth and death. That is called as liberation. That is moksha. So all the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of transcendental nature, of knowing Krishna's transcendental nature, and therefore should perform your duty following in their footsteps. I'm sure. Now, understanding karma in the platform of jnana. So, this is also a very important point that in this chapter we are going to see that first to enter into jnana yoga, right? To do jnana yoga means to realize that I'm not this body, to realize that I'm soul. Now, I'm just telling that we are not this body, isn't it? We are all just telling, oh, everyone knows that we are not this body. Still, we are completely on the bodily platform, right? We're still doing everything what we want to do for this body only. But this Gnana Yogi, he doesn't do anything for the body. Like, uh, he leaves his home, he leaves all this, everything he'll try to stop doing everything with his mind, body, and senses. He'll completely stop everything. And then that means he'll stop doing karma. And after stopping karma, then he'll enter into jnana. So that is different platform. So, but karma has an important role in this. What is an important role that we'll see? Transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge helps one to clear up the philosophical doubts. Also helps to clear up karmic bank balance burns karma. Karma is a universal law of nature. For every action, there is a reaction. Bad karma is obviously undesirable, and Krishna explains that even good karma should be avoided. Right? Beyond good and bad is a spiritual level. No reaction, no action and reaction. Akarma. So now we'll see about vikarma, akarma, and karma. This is very important for us to understand. So vikarmis, karmis, and akarmi. Right? First, vikarmis. Vikarmis means who does not follow the Vedas, who does not follow the Vedic scriptures. Right? This vikarmi, V means bad, right? V means negative. Vikarmi means one who who does not follow the Vedas. He's called as a vikarmi. And he has a great risk to what happens, what is the destination of vikarmi? So I'll ask these questions tomorrow. First thing is vikarmi, and next one is karmi, and next akarmi. So vikarmi means he doesn't follow the Vedas. He has nothing to do with the Veda. Vedas means dharmams to sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Krishna has given this dharma in the Vedas. So one who follows dharma, one who follows Vedas, then he's called as karmi. One who doesn't follow Vedas, then he's called as a vikarmi. And vikarmi, he had a risk of what happens, what is the destination of a vikarmi? He'll fall back into the lower species. Lower species means animal. They'll become animals. It's very unfortunate actually to think like that, to see like that. We have a story, right? Does anyone know the story of Krishna and Nalakubera story? Does anyone know? Not who became the trees in Krishna's courtyard? The Kubera sons. Udyat knows. I think Udyat knows, right?
Yeah, the Damodar story.
Damodar story, yes. So in that, so if you carefully observe in that the two people, why they got the tree body? They got the tree body because they were naked, right? When Narada Muni saw them, they were naked. So they were not covering their body. So so what is their destination? They became trees. It's a lower species, isn't it? They were Gandharvas. I think they were Gandharvas or no. I don't know exactly what they're called. Yakshas, I think. Kuberas, yeah. They're called as Yakshas. So Kubera's sons, they're called as Yakshas. The lineage, they're called as Yakshas. So actually from Yaksha's platform to the tree body, isn't it? Because that's how strict the material nature is. If you think that, oh, for me it doesn't happen like that. For everyone, it's the same story. It's not, no one is special for material nature. Or for me, maybe some concession is there. I'll do something like I'll change the rules. We cannot change any rule. The rule is universal rule. Now, how we have to operate a machine? You have to read the manual and you have to operate accordingly. You cannot do whimsically whatever you want. And these people are so much into this mode of ignorance that they're not even knowing what they're doing, right? But Krishna gave the manual, and the manual is Bhagavad Gita. If we are not reading Bhagavad Gita, how can we understand what we should do with this material body? You're just wasting the cats and dogs. Like how cats and dogs are just eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, and they're all doing. If we are doing the same thing, that eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. They'll be in the good bed, in the good house, eating in a nice plate, eating different kinds of stuff. All this is what is this? This is all material. This is all material animal platform actually. If one who is not following one like this person who is eating meat because you don't know what's Vedas, what's thing, what's wrong, what's right, what's wrong. What happens? What is his destination? One who eats meats, what is his destination? Vihan, you want to try? What is it? What is the destination of a person who eats meat?
Lower planets.
Yeah, the lower animal species, right? Which animal do you think he'll become?
Tiger.
Tiger. Yes. You have something more to tell?
What, Mataji?
I said you had anything to add after
A
tiger?
lion.
Lion, yes. They become carnivore because what does the lion and tiger do? They eat the animals, right? If they're eating the spoiled or 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 or, or filthy things, then we'll become a pig in the next life. If we are so much attached to the house, some people will be so much attached to their own house or my house, they'll become the insect or lizard in that house essence. Prabhupada says this many times, don't be attached too much to the houses because we come back as a lizard or insect or some dog, cat into the same house. And there are many stories on this also that we hear in the Shastras. So these people are not very appreciated by the saintly people. Actually, we should be away from these people. We should be away from such karmis and defeat prabhava, the purpose of life. And they don't know why we got this human body, for what we should use this human body, just doing like how cats and dogs do. No use. And then second thing is karmis. Karmis, they follow the Vedas and they're pious. And see this person, they do yagnas, homas, and they do the rules and regulations in their life according to the Vedas. And then what is their destination? They'll be promoted to the higher planets, right? One like Swarga. They'll be promoted to the higher planets, and they'll get the bodies of demigods. So who does Varnashrama Dharma? Who perform their Varna and Ashrama properly? Then they'll be elevated to the higher planets. And then what happens eventually after all the punya gets decreased, all the punya now it's like a balance, right? Now we credit so much punya by doing all this homas, yagnas, and all these things. We credit so much punya, and then once the credit is zero, when the balance comes to zero, and then we fall back into the middle planet system or the bhuloka. So Krishna recommends none of these both. Krishna recommends to do akarma. Karma means to come to the platform of doing devotional service to Krishna. And knowing fruitive activity binds, and he knows whether if I do punya, if I do papa, I have to come to this material world. Isn't it? If I'm doing punya also, after some time, the the balance becomes zero. And again, we come back to this material world to accumulate more punya. Again, we accumulate punya, again, we enjoy, again, we fall back. Again, we accumulate punya, again, how many times? We're doing this many times. But excuse me. Krishna is telling to come out of this cycle of birth and death. Don't do this. Don't do these transactions. These things. Because they don't have much options. They have to go to the animal platform or they'll go to hellish planets. They'll be there in the hellish planets for some time and then they come back as an animal platform. And again, this slowly has to progress to the human platform. It's actually very bad. But no one is, but not many people are there to give us this knowledge. So many people are suffering very badly. Actually, this is all our duty. Whoever knows Bhagavad Gita, they should spread this knowledge to the people. As many conditional souls as possible, because they're all conditioned. We should so Namanishta Prabhu and the whole team, they're working so hard for only this. They have no other agenda, no other goal, or their only goal is to please Krishna and to bring as many conditioned souls as possible to Krishna consciousness and make them to chant, make them to hear about Krishna, make them to talk to have connection with Krishna. Just by connecting with Krishna, we'll get all the auspiciousness. Krishna is all auspicious. So that's all our goal. We have no other agenda. So whatever knowledge that we have, we should share it with the people. Else we become fat. We have to share this knowledge to the people. As much as we share this knowledge to the people, we get much more. Krishna will be so much pleased. Krishna says that no one is as dear to me as the one who shares this knowledge, of mine to the devotees. So Krishna wants us to share this knowledge. So many people are suffering, lack of this knowledge. Right? So we'll stop here and then we'll continue in the next class. I was just doing the recap mostly, and we'll do another nice recap also after maybe 6 chapters. And I'll quickly share the attendance sheet. Srinidhi and Sriniveda, they all told me that they can't attend today and the next class. They had some other engagement. So does anyone want to sing Mahamantra? Udyatan Vihan, you want to sing?
Okay,
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah, continue. Like keep